In this video, I want to share with you why I started going to gym in the first place and how it changed my life. Basically, April 12th has just gone by and it feels like I haven't worked out in ages, and I'm one of those people that is gassed that gyms are open now. The aim of this video is to hopefully motivate you to go to the gym or to pursue something physical, whether that be to play more basketball, to play more table tennis, dancing, whatever you find fulfillment in a particular physical activity. This video is trying to encourage you to do so. Initially, I've always wanted to go to the gym, but I never sort of had that intrinsic motivation to do so. But it wasn't until my ex broke up with me back in like year 13, and it wasn't, it was a tough breakup, not gonna lie. So yeah, initially I went to the gym to sort of get back at my ex because I wanted to show her, well, myself, that, oi, you're missing out, fam. Oi, look what tough luck. I had that kind of selfish mentality, but as soon as I started spending time with a close friend who taught me the ropes of going to the gym, once I started seeing results, once I started seeing what it did to my overall mood, my personality, my attitude, my outlook in life, I started to realize that gym wasn't for me to get back at my ex. Over time, I realized that I ended up doing gym for me. And basically, my body, I was the first time in my life that I was able to look in the mirror and think, Aldridge, Chase, oi, come on, man. Like, I've never was able to look in the mirror and be happy about what I saw back, physically. So when I was able to go to the gym and see the results, it was so good, and it made me feel really happy, confident, and just happy and confident about myself that, I actually think that I look handsome, not in a selfish way, but in a way that makes me feel like, I want to accept who I am, the way that I was made, you know what I mean? Now I want to share with you the benefits that occurred to my life as a result of going to gym on a consistent basis. All I can do is share my experience, and if my experience is something that you can resonate with, then I really would consider starting to the gym or pursuing something physical. First benefit that I saw of going to the gym on a consistent basis was that I was fighting my internal pain. Like I said, I started the gym because my ex broke up with me. And it was the pain and the voices in my head telling me that I'm not good enough, or I'm ugly, I'm not attractive, like, oh, Aldrich, your body's wimps, like, it's pathetic, man. You're skinny, you're weak, like, you're insecure when somebody's like play fighting you, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was because I was so skinny, I felt so weak and I couldn't protect myself. But luckily, I'm sort of an emotionally stable person, so I can sort of regulate those thoughts and emotions, but it does come to a tipping point sometimes. But once I started going to the gym, and there's just something about lifting weights and progressing over time, seeing you lift heavier on your notes and stuff, doing those things in the gym distracts me from those inner demons, that inner pain. It wasn't until I started seeing results, and it wasn't until I started seeing that I was actually lifting heavier per week, that somehow these thoughts in my head of not good enough, they just slowly started to fade away. And it's because I was able to look in the mirror and think, you know what? You ain't bad, man. Good job. Not in a selfish way, but in a way that makes you feel self-accepting of yourself. And what I found out is that this created a domino effect, because once I realized that inner pain was being relieved from lifting weights and seeing the results, I also started to become a more positive person. And then the next domino fell. I started to become more energetic. I started becoming more sociable. I started to become more self-confidence, and that self-confidence bled through my uni life, my social life, my relationships, my friendships, my just everything to do with my life. I feel like I am somewhat self-confident in what I do, and I'm able to have that will to be like, you know what? There's opportunities out there, and I actually had that self-confidence to search and take them. And yeah, it's weird, but once you're able to face those inner demons and make sense of them, and once I found out gym was actually one of the ways that helped mitigate those inner demons, those inner thoughts that I was facing, it made me a lot more passionate about exercising and learning new things and getting a more athletic body, and it was just something about that gave me a lot of dopamine and those good feels. So basically, from that experience, I want you to ask yourself this question: what are your inner demons? You don't need to tell me in the comments, you don't need to tell anyone, but if it relates to anxiety, if it relates to depression, if it relates to you thinking you're not good enough, if it relates to you feeling you're not confident about yourself or who you are, then I honestly recommend going to the gym and exercising, because it's hard to put into words the feeling you get when you see yourself like looking like Hercules. Oh, maybe not Hercules, but like I'm not saying that your inner demons will be solved. What I'm saying that is that for me, it was an amazing first step to relieve some of that pain. And if working out is something you're considering, then I would recommend it, because you might also feel like those pains that you're feeling inside might be lifted from your chest. The next benefit that I want to mention is that it made me feel better about myself. Lads, do you remember when you put on that fresh suit, or when you bought a new pair of shoes? Ladies, do you remember when you wore that prom dress? You was able to look in the mirror and think, damn, you were able to think, woo, hype yourself up. Imagine having that feeling 24/7, that positivity. That's what having a good body feels like, and having that improved version of a physical body that you aspire to have. Like I've mentioned before, feeling good about yourself will also make a domino effect. For example, if you end up feeling better about yourself, then you become more self-confident. Then you'll have enough confidence to say you want to ask a girl out, or that cute guy you think, on a date, right? Or maybe you'll build up enough confidence to, start a conversation in a social event. Or maybe you feel better about yourself, and it just makes you feel like the world, like your eyes are open, right? And for the first time, you have that confidence to see opportunities, right? And to take them and to try out new things. So what I want you to do is ask yourself this question: am I happy with the way that my body looks? With that being said, I want to put out a quick disclaimer. I'm not saying that our default bodies, right, are awful. What I'm trying to say is that I want you to be in a position that you're confident with your body, right? And one of the ways to improve your confidence with your body is to go to the gym, because going to the gym results you becoming more skinnier, for example, or losing weight, or to gain weight if you're skinny like me, to be more athletic, to be more flexible, to have that good physical health. And that good physical health is associated with so many positive things. Another thing about going to the gym on a consistent basis that changed my life was that it was a form of stress relief. I don't know, it's just something about lifting heavy, something heavy and dropping it and feeling that pump in your veins, that ice in your veins, you know what I mean? Like, there's just something so stress relieving about that. And the more I think about it, the more I think it is because, in uni, I'm so stressed out. There's so much work to do, so much deadlines to occur, and like the standard of work to be expected from us is on another level. I know I should be stressed out, but it's because that I'm venting out this stress with lifting weights, and there's just venting out that built up energy and exerting it on an external force. It really helps me to get back to ground zero and to be able to focus when I do start studying. And what's also good is that since I'm going to the gym, I know for a fact if I stay on this consistent road, right, it'll lead me to having the body that I want. But yeah, man, say if you play basketball, when you hit the swish, satisfaction. When you're playing table tennis, ping pong, and you hit a really nice one, you're like, ooh. Like imagine playing football and then you kick it and then you hit the crossbar, the crossbar challenge. Feels good, right? That is stress relieving, and the more stress relieving things you do, the better you'll be when it comes to like your other aspects in life, like your relationships. You'll be less stressed, and overall you'll become a more patient person. That's something that I found. Now I want you to ask yourself, am I stressed out? If you feel like you don't have a proper stress relieving source, then that's when I would recommend doing something physical. Imagine it's just something, just venting out that stress physically, that built up energy inside of you, and releasing all of that into like dropping a deadlift, you know, lifting like a heavy squat, or maybe, you know, hitting a swish in basketball, you know, hitting that crossbar in that crossbar challenge, or whacking the ball from table tennis after like a 50 like a 50 thing rally. I think like a 50 back and forth rally, you know what I mean? The next life-changing thing that occurred to me when I started going to the gym consistently is that the benefits you've been hearing all your life about gym 100 times become true. For example, going to the gym is good for your physical health. It's good for your heart, for your lungs, for your strength. It improves your strength. It improves your endurance, your stamina. It helps you sleep better. It improves your mood. It makes you live longer. Do you know that? It also helps combat a lot of health problems that come with age. You know, like stroke. It reduces like high blood pressure. It also like reduces depression, reduces anxiety. It also helps reduce the likelihood of like cancer occurring. It also just basically it's good for your body overall. At the time, I did know these benefits on the back of my head. It was always something I kept in mind, but it was never the primary reason why I started to go to the gym in the first place. My primary reason, like I said earlier, was to admittedly fight my inner demons. It was because I wanted to prove to myself that, you know what, Aldridge, you ain't bad. You are good enough. You have to accept yourself, because you have to believe yourself, because no one else will believe you more than you will believe yourself, right? How could you expect someone else to help you if you're not willing to get help in the first place? As of now, I'm reaping the health benefits like better sleep, better health in general, more stamina, more strength, etc, etc, etc. And if any of those things sound appealing to you, then I would really recommend going to the gym. And if gym isn't something you want to do, or you just can't think about, oh, how do you find joy with lifting weights? Like it's hard. If you're one of those types of people, then I would recommend exploring other options. Like gym isn't the only way to make yourself feel better or about your physical health. Maybe it's participating in a basketball society, like I said, table tennis, football, dancing, anything. Choose a sport. Maybe it's archery. At least do something physical, because venting out that stress, venting out those inner demons, and sort of just opening your eyes a bit of life, right? It's really like, it's life-changing. It's hard to put into words until it's so hard to put into words, and I really want you to experience it for yourself and be able to share your story to your friends, to your family, and you'll be able to inspire people as well. And I do hope you found this video useful, and yeah, take care of yourself, and I'll see you next Monday. All right, safe. I hope you were able to see the type of person I am, or the type of character I was and wanted to improve, and hopefully by me sharing you the story of why I started going to the gym and how it changed my life is able to motivate you to do the same thing.